if you're a small box maker, you're going to want to know about this hinge. These hinges are pretty easy to understand. They're called kerf cut hinges, but this one special is they have a 90-degree offset for the barrel, so that the barrel protrudes out the backside of the box, so that the lid opens up unencumbered. We don't have to do an undercut. Essentially, the slot is cut into the side of the box, and the hinge, half the leaf of the hinge is inserted in there and not one on the lid. I cut the slot with I have a dedicated router that I purposely keep this set up for, but it's a 2 1/4 inch diameter blade, 25 thousandths of an inch thick, with a 5/8 inch diameter hole. It's 3/16 from the surface to the bottom of the blade, so I get an actual from the barrel to the outside of or the inside flange. There's 3/16 inch gaps, so that I know that when I actually cut the slot in the side of the box, I know exactly that the barrel, the hinge, will be protruding out on the outside of the box. Let me show you how to cut that slot. So rehash what we've talked about in an earlier part of the video, but I want to make sure that the hinges are in the right spot. In this case, this box actually has a particular order. I want it the hinge to be placed. I want on the rear side, so that when the blue side is representing the sky of the Ukraine flag is actually in the right, oriented in the correct direction, so that when the lid's lifted up, the hinge will be on this side. And earlier, I also left the veneer off on the rear side, so we're going to put that on one of the later steps. But I have marked clearly where I want the slot to be centered on, or the kerf to be centered on. Same thing with the inside of the lid. The diameter of the blade and the kerf, or the circular section of the kerf, actually it matches. So again, a 2 1/4 inch diameter blade, 5/8 inch arbor hole, and a 25 thousandths inch thickness. Have a dedicated router for this. It runs entirely too fast. I want to make sure that I get my slot cut in this general area. These are an example of these are the actual hinges I'm going to be mounting. You can see they actually have a little bit of a barb on the outside here that's actually protruding upwards. And that's so that when you're inserting the hinge leaf inside the kerf you cut, it goes in and it makes it hard to pull back out. But because of that, I've actually have some dedicated setup hinges where I pounded flat those barbs. Makes aligning these pretty straightforward. You can see the hinge leaf just actually goes inside the slot. Now there's a lot of wiggle room there, but that's going to be taken care of whenever I put the permanent ones in there. Here's just a rough guesstimate of how they actually fit up. You can see the barrel of the hinge is just on the outside of the box. It's kind of so that whenever you open it up, it actually swings without having to undercut the back side of the box any. Again, this part will eventually be veneer covered. Because of the way these hinges are installed, it's important that you reference equidistant from the outside of the box to the start of the hinge, on both sides. I use a combination square, and I have a 1 3/8 inch length that I'm going to reference in from the outside edge. With that marked, I'm going to transfer the mark. I'm going to put a transfer mark between the base of the box and the lid of the box, so that I know exactly where the hinge is going to be, its final position is going to be. These are the actual outlines of the hinges. I'm just putting little tiny gouge marks in there so that they're permanent. They don't get sanded off. And part of the reason it's important to keep the lid and the lid and the base box in alignment is because the material for the hinge to sit to make this gap close flush is you got to remove some of the material out of the lid as equally as the bottom of the box. So you just don't want to have an unequal mark. Hopefully that'll make sense. You can see I put a little tiny tick marks in there so that the material in this spot right here is going to be removed so that the base of the hinge can actually sit flush. Same thing you do with regular standard butterfly hinges. This is why it's important to keep the registration or the transfer of the lines so that they're equidistant from the outer edge on both the lid as well as the base. You want to have where the material for the hinge body itself to be removed, you want to have it equally removed the same depth as and also adjacent to each other. So you get a nice, you can see where the hinge barrel is actually going to be laying in there. Here I marked up one of the hinges just to show you how nice and clean that line is where the barrel of the hinge is sitting flush with the base of the box. And then the gap between the lid and the base of the box is actually going to be taken up by two thicknesses of veneer. So this is two 1/42 of an inch thick pieces. So when you actually look at the box, this veneer is actually going to be laying here and here. So you won't see this unsightly plywood edge. That'll come up here in a little bit in the video.